This is Rogers TV.
And welcome everyone to the Meaford and St. Vincent Community Center. Second home game of the MSL schedule for the Owen Sound North Stars as they play host to last year's finalist here in Ontario in the Peterborough Lakers. Spencer Byers alongside me, Steve McCarthy. And Steve, since you and I last saw each other here in Meaford, Owen Sound lost the second of their back-to-back against Cobourg, 11-10 down in Cobourg in overtime, no less. While Peterborough, on the other hand, are 3-0 undefeated, including a win against the Six Nations Chiefs, who they did lose to in said Ontario final last year.
Yeah, they, as always, have a strong squad, and we'll see what they're here tonight with. They have a number of APs, call-ups for tonight's game, a bunch of regulars not making the trek to Meaford, and so anyways, we'll see how things transpire.
That we will. As the face-off will about to commence us here tonight. Face-off is won by Mitch Gustafson, and he'll go. He had a goal in the loss to Cobourg last weekend. That one's played around the top. Bump taken over now for Jackson Webster, who had a hat trick down in Cobourg. That ball bounced by, found behind the net, and a whistle will go, and it will go the way of the Lakers as Drew Hutchinson is in net tonight for the Lakers. Surprised it's not Nick Rose, who had a great first two games here, only allowing 11 goals in 2 appearances, and one of those was against Six Nations, winning, I believe, 6-5.
Yeah, Drew Hutchinson had a real good winter season. A lot of starts in the NLL, and here we go, first shot, first goal for the game.
Robinson with the marker. He has been a very potent option to begin the season for the Lakers. 4 goals in just 3 games, make that 5 goals in 4 games there for Robinson.
Yeah, he's got a big shot from the outside, as we just witnessed there, and again, Owen Sound giving up the shooting lanes. It was just something that happened first half of the game against Cobourg, which they locked it down later and make the forcing the play inside. And never happy to give up the first shot on goal for a goaltender, I'm sure. So and here we go, turnover by Mitch Gustafson.
Or able to retrieve it, and is Gustafson in the end. Another almost turnover does turn into a turnover there for Peterborough. Yeah,
these are just unforced errors you can't afford to take against a team, irregardless if Peterborough has call-ups in the lineup. They're deep at the junior system, and they got a lot of proven winners up here on the regular roster.
Milligan making his way around, passed it, looked for Tate Cattoni, who I did speak to. You'll see that interview in between the first and second as Robinson rockets that one wide, and away was coming Tyler Halls, and Halls will make his way into the offensive zone. Almost slipped, but was able to keep his footing enough to get it off to Dylan Watson. It has been...
Oh, we got a delayed penalty, a little hold in the stick there on Austin Bloomberg on the pick, and
actually, I think the minor should be going against Peterborough because almost had possession of the ball.
Yeah, no, the
foul was made on.
They pulled Blumberg's stick out of his hand and he went to throw a pick. So We'll see the Owen Sound power play go to work, which was a little bit better in the second game against Coburg. Again, a tough loss for Owen Sound, up 10-8 with about 5 minutes to go in the game, and Coburg managed to tie it on a couple of transition goals and then gave up the winner in overtime.
As Stephen Gillingham's one who takes the minor, one of the 6 Junior A players up tonight for the Lakers. That shot from an odd angle, saved by Hutchinson. Ball comes hot out, and it should be retrieved by Owen Sound, but no, ball ended up going loose. A chance for the Lakers, and a great athletic save from Caleb Martin keeps it at 1. Weird rush chance there for Colton Armstrong, but a good chance regardless for the White Shirts, just unfruitful on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Colton's always dangerous in transition.
Webster. Played over, back for Jackson Webster. Webster fires, that one is blocked before it ever makes its way towards the net. That's Armstrong, who's hard on the ball, played, and there's gonna be a whistle here. Are they gonna get Armstrong?
Oh, you gotta be kidding, you know.
No, they're gonna call a slash
They're gonna,
before
they're
it.
both.
And wait, are they both gonna go? I think both guys
Both
are
are going,
confused here.
yeah.
As Gillen Watson's gonna go for, I think it was a slash was the signal, Steve.
Well, Colton Armstrong got a couple good licks in there, and I guess
and they're both getting slashed.
there was no penalty called initially, and then when the retaliation came, they're going to let them both go. So,
and that will keep it 5-on-4 in favor of Owen Sound here. So that will not hurt Owen Sound technically, but losing Watson in the power play is a big loss, but losing Colton Armstrong may be even bigger for the Lakers here on defense. Nice move, in! I think that one got blocked again. That move was by Durkats.
It was a save, yeah.
Well, it was a save.
Yeah, they got the reset.
But regardless, with the reset, that ball got airmailed by a Laker into the low roof here in Meaford, so back possession for Owen Sound. Webster, back pass, Buck shot. That one saved by Hutchinson. It bounces hot off the glass, picked up by Durkats. Xander Durkats there for Webster. Webster down. Back up for Buck. Buck hot sticked it. That one off of Hutchinson out of play. We got a lot of chances here for Owen Sound early on the power play. Webster. Played around it will go. Sanchez now over for Webster. Webster will get the screen. Webster looking to fire. He does. I think that one did touch Hutchinson.
Yeah.
No, they're saying it was deflected, so no reset. Webster right around there for Sanchez. Sanchez plays it back for Durkats. Durkats shot. That one saved by Hutchinson, who's able to keep it between the legs. And the Lakers will now move it up the floor. As Frank Coyle will make his way into the offensive zone. One of the other Junior A players. That ball's gonna be over and back, and it is. So Owen Sound will start with it here. 5 seconds left on the initial power play. So a chance to at least set up for the Black Shirts here in the offensive zone. As picked up by Sanchez, and the penalty should expire, and it will here. Back to 5-on-5 we go. Webster back for Buck. Buck wide open, scores!
Yeah, nice little pick and roll inside to Bucky, and looked like he might have went 5-hole there on Hutchie, and nice for Bucky to get his first goal of the season. He's been a little snake bit in the first couple of games, and draws him even at 1 here.
I was actually going to mention that to you, Steve. Could you see there, Tanner Buck with a great shot by Drew Hutchinson right off the power play, so that makes it a 1-1 game here. About 4 minutes into this first frame, as Hutchinson got leveled, and a rough fight behind the play there as Hutchinson got dropped right off the dot by Brad McCulley, and McCulley's going to go for sure. I'm not sure if there's going to be offsetters after that, because Connor Knock, the first-round pick by your North Star, Steve, got into it with I'm not sure who they're right against the board, right in front of where poor Dilla Watson's sitting. So doesn't look like more minors are shaken out as of yet, but Owen Sound just finished a productive yet unfruitful power play and may have a chance to go back on one with the interference call here to McCulley. And it looks like that's the way this will fall, is a McCulley will get the minor. No other call was made, so you could argue maybe Connor Knock got away with one if you could, but regardless of what could have been an incidental, irregardless of what I just said, Owen Sound will go back to the power play here with 4 minutes gone in the first frame. And again, they scored moments after the first one. Webster, nice move. Webster fires. Great save by Hutchison. That ball scoots into the corner. Sanchez goes to retrieve. That ball lands in front. Durkats got swept it into the corner. Went for more of a hockey shot than he did a lacrosse shot as that ball passed around. Now Durkats, Webster, Buck fires. That one's saved by Hutchison. No whistle went, so they had to play it. As now away will come the white shirts. As Dylan Hutchinson got it in, ball was rolled. So that ball is still on the floor as Tate Cattoni fighting for it. That ball will come loose as Buck's gonna chase after it. Buck will now officially touch it as the over and back call is made. And wait, a whistle's gonna be called here. And what's going on here? Late whistle here as Owentown had possession of the ball.
It should be irrelevant because Tanner Buck picked up the loose ball. So irregardless if it was, I think they're debating whether it should have been an over and back because it had been kind of bunged around in the...
Nice pass across. Buck in and scores! Tanner Buck with a pair early. One on the power play makes it 2-1 Owentown. Not interrupt you, Steve.
And there you go. I mean, again, it's good to see Bucky get inside. Sometimes he tends to shoot a lot from the perimeter, and to get rewarded once he does get inside is got to boost his confidence. And again, it looked like he went 5-hole, which is not an easy task to beat goalies in this league. Usually with their size, agility, and the big woody, it locks that up pretty good. But anyways, he was able to keep the hands up, make Hutchie bring his hands up and beat him low.
Parade to the penalty box is now over for these two sides. Nobody in either after the incidentals plus the two minors that went against the Lakers there as Gustafson retrieves it. Buck gives it off there to Connor Knock, who will make his run. Knock, though, looking for an option, finally finds one for Watson, and now a chance here for Owentown again. Moran Weeks with possession. Looks for a pass, up for Webster. Played over for Blumbergs. Blumbergs takes a shot now for Watson. Watson got 4 to shoot. Now up. That shot airmailed over, and that was by Rosa, who had really no chance to do anything with it as he caught with about a second left on said shot clock. As now away will come the Lakers finally for what feels like their first offensive possession since they scored.
Yeah, they're going to want to kind of stay away from that penalty trouble.
That shot off the screen, deflected before it ever made its way on target. Austin Hazen with the attempt, but it never got close. That ball pops loose, and away will come Owentown. As looks like Cooper Jackson was one who caught it off the bounce there off the glass. As Xander Durkats will now move it to Tanner Buck, who's got a pair for number 2. Buck looking for Webster, finally gets it to Webster. Webster fires. I'm not sure how he released that. The ball does bounce away and finally into a Lakers stick. As away they come. Rushing in there was Dylan Lee, who will now run his way off the floor. Looking to make their move there was Carter Page. Page gave it off. Still looking for a chance at the net here is Cattoni. Tate Cattoni, nice move. Behind the net it goes. Still looking for a shot, but he stepped in, and away the ball will go the other way. And I believe that was McCulley there. As now the other way, Gustafson shot. That one saved by the wickets of Hutchinson. That's another 5-hole attempt on the Lakers netminder, Steve. So obviously something the North Stars are liking near the stick area of Drew Hutchinson.
Yeah, probably more coincidental than by thought process, but nonetheless.
That shot saved by Caleb Martin and then retrieved by Taylor Halls, who saw it bounce off of his netminder, not necessarily through. As now Searle goes the other way. That ball, whistle goes, and it will go the other way.
Yeah, going to call illegal pick there.
I believe Watson.
Don't get a lot of those called from the front side, but nonetheless.
Page will slip and lose the ball. And away will come Gasparetti. Gasparetti now plays it for Isaiah Moran Weeks. Moran Weeks will spin his way around. Nice move by Moran Weeks. Finally lost to handle right in front of the boards, and he got put in hard. Thank goodness he was able to kind of turn himself away from the boards, or he could have went in head first, because he really had nowhere else to go. But now away will come the Lakers. Milligan. Played down there for Robinson, down in front of the net, and a great save by Caleb Martin. That one on Hazen again.
Yeah, real nice ball movement there by the Lakers. Got a great look inside, and Caleb Martin doing little splits again.
As Watson now. Penalty going against the Lakers here, as there's some still wrestling there. 10 seconds left here on the shot clock. Played now for Webster, got 8 now to shoot. That shot right past down to Buck, and again, that's probably the look they were trying to achieve. They got it. Durkats to Buck, and Buck just not able to beat a stout Drew Hutchinson on that one, as both netminders will go for a quick drink and refresher here. As back to the box will go the Lakers, and it's a hold going against the white shirts. But no one's gone yet to serve it, as you get a chance to see the standings. 3-1 or 3-0 currently are the Peterborough Lakers, leading the Major Series Lacrosse standings. Owen Sound currently 1-1 after their split with the Coburg Kodiaks, winning the home leg, losing the away leg. So a big game tonight here against Peterborough, who again have a win against the Six Nations Chiefs, who are, in fairness, still missing quite a few bodies from obviously the NLL season. It is now concluded, and Buffalo are back. Or is it three-peat champs, I believe, Steve?
Yes, it is. Yeah, yes,
for Dane Smith, or for the Buffalo Bandits and their head coach, John Tavares, who also is the head coach of the Six Nations Chiefs. That ball is shot, and it goes wide, and that will be an over and back against Watson and the North Stars. As the Lakers will be just happy to chew off 30 seconds of this power play, because Owen Sound scored on their most recent attempt before this, as Page finally got that one away. It goes into Mike Robinson's stick. Robinson played it across for Tate Cattoni. Tate did get a hold of it, but he's going to have to find a way here. That shot whistled wide. That should be an over and back, and it is.
Yeah, real nice defensive play there by, looked like Jeremy Searle there. Great containing, waited patiently on the contain, got the double, so they couldn't let Tate Cattoni come underneath or over top and force the turnover.
Webster for Watson. Through the stick there is Sanchez. Sanchez still not able to retrieve it. He finally kind of did. Now he does. Behind the net, Durkats. Now for Webster. Webster back for Durkats, spinning and almost didn't catch it, but does bounce to Sanchez. Watson now fires it. That one blocked, and away should come the Lakers, and it's a break for Colton Armstrong. Armstrong in again. That one off the post. And now racing for it there is Josh Sanchez. Sanchez retrieves it. They'll get the reset as Watson. That shot saved as Watson. Webster, nice fake, nice move. Durkats just couldn't get that one on target. Sits behind the net. It is picked up by the black shirts. That shot in front, again better save. That one again, Durkats, as the Lakers will now have it and get a chance to chew up the rest of this man advantage. So 1 for 3 tonight on the power play are the North Stars, as we're halfway through this first period.
And again, that's statistics is going to come back to hurt them if they can't start to take advantage of the opportunities when they're in the man up.
Trying to move it here. Hazen might fire. He never actually got away with it as Hazen got caught there. Wanted a penalty, never got it. So now away will come Owen Sound as Tyler Halls will go the other way.
Yeah, I think he actually got hit himself in the face with his own stick on a little bit of contact there on the arm, and his stick came up. There's a couple referees right on the target, and typically they won't miss those.
As Blumbergs plays it down now. Rosa trying to get towards the net, spin off. That shot deflected for it, never got away, and that will be a shot clock violation against Owen Sound, as Josh Rosa could never really get that one away.
No, Peterborough's doing a really good job of, again, containing inside, not letting much develop on offense for Owen Sound, and again, they're going to have to work on that if they want to be successful here.
Milligan fired that one. I believe it went off Caleb Martin as it's going to bounce, but into the corner where nobody is. Paget is the first one down there. Not sure why Paget didn't go for it. I guess
sure
he
either.
thought, Colton Paget must have thought the over and back was going to be called, even though it did go off Caleb Martin.
Doesn't matter. It's a live ball, so he's got to be heads up there. You can't afford to give teams easy possession.
That ball back, and that was off of the crossbar, bounces in the restricted area, and it is caught by Teeple. And Teeple will run, and he had a runner there in front of him in Halls, but he ends up holding off for the offensive guys, which may be the better decision, as now Dylan Watson will bounce it technically to Jackson Webster. As it now hits hits Sanchez's stick there. Now in front, just could not catch there was Xander Durkats, and they're gonna say Durkats was in, as Durkats and Armstrong, little jostle there as Moran Weeks will harass Colton Armstrong. Armstrong gives it off to Tate Cattoni, and away he'll go. Right across there for Milligan. Milligan looks for Ward. Ward will fire, and that one, I believe, was saved by Martin, but regardless, will not beat him. As that ball was thrown forward, misses the intended target of Jeremy Searle, and it'll come back in favor of the Lakers. As Dylan Hutchinson will play it forward. As Curtis Ward will fire it into the corner. Tate Cattoni. That fire by Page, and right around Tyler Halls will tie it up at 2 there as Carter Page will get his first of the day.
And again, it's another long shot from the outside where the players are allowing the shot to come through them, not getting on top over where the ball release will come, and tough one coming across the body and on Tyler Halls there, and Caleb Martin couldn't corral it going short side.
Both goalies will go for a water break after that one here with 7:17 left in the first frame. As Coyle and Gustafson will go at it, they're in the dot. Gustafson's had pretty good luck, but has done pretty well in the dot as of late.
He's doing his best Jake Withers impersonation tonight, the exceptionally great draw guy from Peterborough who did not make the trip. So.
And that ball was one into the corner. Knock trying to pick it up. Gustafson does. Gustafson will get away, and he'll now try to get free. He does, and it's to Moran Weeks who gets it up and back there for Rosa. Rosa will make his way towards the net. Back for Webster. Webster, nice move around. Webster played over, looking to fire. That one scores!
Austin Bloomberg's taking a page out of the Laker book tonight with a big blast from the outside, and again came across his body and beat Hutchison short side.
Blumbergs with his first of the day makes it 3-2 and restores the 1-goal lead for the North Stars. Big goal there for Owen Sound. Yep. And a big goal for Blumbergs in particular.
Yeah, big for them to be able to answer back after keeping the Lakers offense dormant because of the fact that they're on the power play so often. But
there's some wax there behind the play. As away will come the Peterborough Lakers and Dylan Lee. Dylan Lee almost lost his footing. Will now get harassed and lose it. That ball is now loose on the floor. Both teams fighting for it there in the corner. Owen Sound and poor Dylan Lee still fighting for it. That ball put up into the netting, and who's it going to go off of?
It's going to be Peterborough ball.
And it's going to be Peterborough ball deep in the Owen Sound zone.
Yeah, you're going to get an opportunity to pick that loose ball if you want to make sure you corral it and not let all that hard work go for naught.
As away will go Dylan Hutchinson, a call-off ball there for going against the North Stars there. That shot almost taken. Trying to get away there is Robinson. And actually, the goalie's going to go back Hutchinson. I'm not sure what exactly just happened.
They just went live 6 on 5 there, and see if they could catch the defense napping. But again, Owen Sound, another unforced turnover in transition
But
here.
Colton Armstrong can't pick it up. But now he will, and it's not a rush chance, but it's still a new possession for the Peterborough Lakers.
But Colton Padgett has to be, again, a lot stronger on those loose balls, get good body position.
And there's going to be a call now against Connor Knock, but Page scored anyway.
Yeah,
Carter Page, through all the contact from Connor Knock, ties it back up here at 3.
that was just too easy for Carter Page. I mean, Connor Knock was kind of draped all over him, but then got no secondary support as he went towards the goal, and we'll see it here.
And again, that 6-on-5, as you mentioned during live play, caught me off guard, because again, I thought there must have been a call, because I saw Dylan Hutchinson running out of the corner of my eye, and then I saw him going back and went, oh, well, I guess maybe not. But I do like the aggressive strategy. I have to be honest. I've never seen it before, but...
Here we go there, Connor Knock. Again, I don't know where the hold ever actually took place. Certainly was no hold when he released.
Gustafson trying to get away. That ball bounces in the restricted area. It's now on the line as the Lakers do pick it up in the end. They do just about lose it. They do lose it as Moran Weeks will try to cruise his way around. As a pick there, and I'm surprised they call that one on poor Knock as him and Hutchinson got caught there. So
again, just a lot of unforced turnover. Sorry to interrupt here. They're just going to come back to haunt Owen Sound if they continue this trend here. Regardless of who Peterborough doesn't have in the lineup, they got some quality offensive guys in the lineup, and you can't just give them extra opportunities.
As Curtis Ward off for Cam Milligan. 10 left here on the shot clock to go. That ball fired by McCulley, who gives it off now for Hazen. Hazen will fire it. It goes wide, and that will be picked up by Owen Sound, and away they should go as Hunt will play it forward. There for Padgett. Had a chance to talk to Colton Padgett before the game because I heard somebody here in the building say Paget, and I got really scared. That can't be right, Steve. I'm beside the GM. I hope you correct me if I did say it wrong. I spoke to him, and he said, no, it's Padgett, so Padgett it will be. As Watson fired that one wayward, Sanchez will retrieve it. Was it touched? It was not. So Sanchez got to go here with 5 left in the shot clock. Nice move by Sanchez. In! Great save there by Hutchinson.
Yeah, nice little burst down low by Sanchez there. He's still looking for his MSL goal. Former player at Salisbury. He's come up from Maryland to try his luck in the MSL.
Carter Page now trying to get around. Not able to by Tyler Halls. That shot saved there by Martin, and now away will come Owen Sound here. As played off by Gasparetti to Moran Weeks. Blumbergs there for Webster. Webster back now for Watson. That one fired wide, and that will go for an over and back.
Again, Owen Sound, they've had their best luck. 2 of the 3 goals have come from the inside there. So if you're going to play from the perimeter, you got to make sure you hit the spot, get it on net, because those over and backs will kill you.
Hazen looking to fire, loses it as he tried to get around there. Ball will pop in the restricted area, and wait, a call's going to be made here, and it's going to be a hold, and I think it's going against Owen Sound.
Again, I didn't quite see the hold there, but not sure if it came off ball or not. But
it'll be Jeremy Searle who will end up going for it. So the first power play for Peterborough here with 3:09 left in the first period. Starting with it there will be Cam Milligan. Carter Page. He'll receive it. Back for Milligan. Right around the top now for Tate Cattoni. Milligan. Playing a little past the parcel there. Milligan. Pass it back again for Robinson. Cattoni looked to fire. Cattoni will fire, and it's a good save there by Martin.
Yeah, good rotation there by Owen Sound, taking that primary far side shot away and forcing a poor angle shot, and they'll get an opportunity here to click 30 off the shot clock and the penalty clock.
And Knock will play it over there for Tanner Buck. Buck played into the corner there. That shot from an odd angle off the goalie and out of play, so it will be Owen Sound's ball.
Great job by Josh Rosa to get that ball on net, and fortunate it did bounce back over the glass, and they get the chance to kill another 30 here.
Yeah, it started with Sanchez there in the corner. It now makes its way to Xander Durkats. Off now for Webster. 15 more to kill here as Webster's going to try to go. Nice move by Webster. Gets around in second. Webster! Great save by Hutchinson. So guess what? Buck can pick this back up into another 30. What a penalty kill here by the North Stars. Buck, though, gets dropped off the pick, and away will come Peterborough. In, scores!
Yeah, you just can't turn the ball over up at center when you're the last guy with possession. So again, it'll go down as a power play goal, but that's a nice transition goal by number 3. Another Ottawa area guy, Peyton Tasse, and he won't get an easier gift unless it was an empty net.
Tasse there with the marker.
And it's unfortunate. I mean, Owen Sound had done such a credible job killing off with 3 possessions there on that last defensive stand down in the offensive end, and unfortunately it went Peterborough's way for the Owen Sound penalty killers.
Gustafson won it back. Martin's the one who picks it up, and he'll pass it there for Cooper Jackson, who fires it up the floor. Rosa trying to find his way around. Blumbergs. Now for Sanchez. Sanchez, Watson. Watson will fire it low, and that's a good catch there by Hutchinson. Almost lost it there in all the feet. Played all the way around now by the white shirts as Milligan will cruise in. Under a minute left here in the first frame. That ball played down again for Milligan. Milligan trying to get around. Looking to find Carter Page, never does, and he'll lose possession. Owen Sound does pick it up, so the shot clock does reset, but away they will come as Jeremy Searle plays it quickly up to Pageant. Pageant over now for Jackson Webster. Webster stops. Nice pass for Buck. Buck fires that one wayward. Good attempt, though, as trying to receive that one was Durkats there off the boards, but not able to catch. As now Dylan Lee trying to get around, played over. As McCulley, wait, what's this gonna go here? Timeout taken by Oakville. Yes, there is. I think they're asking here, is the clock gonna go back to when they called it?
Yeah, there's maybe a second differential on the shot clock, so.
And we're gonna see here. We'll see what they reset it to here, if they reset it at all. Because I think the problem is, Steve, it's kind of the same problem, I'll say, with basketball or any other live sport where timeouts are taken during play. It's when the referee calls timeout, not when you call the timeout. So when I blow it dead is when the clock stops, not when you start yelling timeout, timeout, timeout. So that is usually where the confusion and or displeasure and dismay starts.
Yeah, so like I said, there was 2-second differential, not 1, but I'm sure they'll milk this down probably to 10 or 8 seconds before they run their play anyways. They'll look for one particular opportunity and leaving very little time to clean up a broken play into an empty net. So.
Well, not just that, Steve. Again, they're going to go 6-on-5 too. So
oh, yeah.
They already went live play 6-on-5, so we'll see what they can draw up here on that timeout. As starting with it will be Hazen. Got 12 left here on the clock. Now Milligan played down. Page trying to get around. Page might not be able to get an angle. Finally, he does. What a save there by Martin. Another shot. That one blocked, and that will be the period. As Martin went to kind of fire from behind his own net, but does not end up getting the attempt. 4-3 in favor of the away side after 20. And even with that being said, Steve, you could definitely say a good first period by your North Stars.
Yeah, I mean, it was, again, they're going to have to start creating some offense on 5-on-5 situations and, and take advantage of the penalties. The Lakers are a team that's going to be able to score when they get their opportunities and certainly be potent on the power play, although their power play was had been thwarted with the great job of Owen Sound killing that penalty until they turned it over up near the center line when Bucky fell, and they scored in transition on that breakaway. But all in all, both teams will be probably happy with where we're sitting with the score. Lakers will always like to have the lead, and the North Stars are still in this thing.
That they are. Coming up out of the break here, we'll get a chance to see my interview with Peterborough Lakers Tate Cattoni, number 91. So stay tuned for that as more MSL Lacrosse will continue as the summer rolls along here at the Meaford and St. Vincent Community Center on Rogers TV.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage.
With clubs, leagues, and courts in every province and territory across Canada, squash is the sport for wall-to-wall fun, fitness, and friendship. From coast to coast to coast. Learn to play and you'll want to do it every day. Squash. Play inside the box.
As I looked upon the battlefield in front of me, a German star shell lit up the desolate landscape. I watched as a bullet smashed through the bridge of my nose and left me to the mercy of the darkness. I worried I would be dependent on others for the rest of my life. But Sir Arthur Pearson and the staff of St. Dunstan's had other plans. With their help, I knew I could be self-reliant, and I wanted to bring this idea home to Canada. I wanted Canadians to know that we could hold jobs, that we could contribute, that regardless of sight, all would read, that we, the blind, would shape our own lives, our own destiny.
Blinded by a sniper's bullet in 1915, Edwin A. Baker went on to co-found the Canadian National Institute for the Blind, shaping a path forward for the blind across Canada for generations to come.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
Welcome back here to the Meaford and St. Vincent Community Center. Spencer Vires and alongside me, Tate Cattoni of the Peterborough Lakers. Tate, big season so far to begin the season. You guys have 3 wins out of 3. A big win against Six Nations most recently. What's it like to be able to get a really hot start to begin the MSL season?
Yeah, it's really exciting. It's the season goes by really quick, and you have guys missing throughout for multiple reasons. So it's always exciting to get to off to a good start and puts you in a good spot to get to another Mann Cup.
Now, Nick Rose has got 2 wins out of 2, 11 goals conceded in 2 games, including that big win against Six Nations. What's it been like having him behind you guys and having a really good start?
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. I think it's the best goal I've ever played in front of. So, it gives everybody the confidence, defense out, to have a guy like that or you're going to get the stops throughout the game, and it's exciting, and he's been a big gain for us. Now,
Tate, you have 6 points to begin the year for your Peterborough Lakers. What is it like to know some of the guys you said going to be missing throughout the year and have to maybe step up your role and be able to come with the leading scorer tonight?
Yeah, that's exciting. It's always exciting to knowing the team depends on you, and having those expectations, and I expect those things for myself. So just continue to do what I do and play my game, and it will come.
Well, Tate, my last question here for you is big game tonight against Owen Sound, 1-1 to begin their season. What do you feel like is a big key tonight for you guys against them?
Yeah, just playing our game. We can't, obviously we got a couple of young kids in the lineup, so it's exciting for them, and just teaching them how to play Laker lacrosse, and the speed we play with and the intensity, and I think they're all good kids, and we'll make sure we get them to that point, and I think all things go as planned. We'll come out with the 2 points hopefully.
All right, thank you so much, Tate Cattoni of the Peterborough Lakers. Good luck.
Thank you.
I'll be right back with the rest of this first intermission after this here on Rogers TV. Thank you.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV. Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage.
What would the world be without a bone marrow burger? Or if you couldn't track down the best taco truck surfers? Or never knew Worcestershire sauces and tikka masala could tick all your boxes? What if you'd missed the fried chicken with kimchi and it never melted firsthand for the pierogi grilled cheese?
It's so good.
Where would you go and what would you try if you didn't get the best tips from the tippiest guy?
You're welcome.
All new Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, Friday night at 9 on Food Network.
This is a perfectly healthy child. What's unhealthy are birth alerts, a racist practice that may stop this Indigenous mother from going home with her newborn. Become an ally. Rise above racism in healthcare.
Are you a passionate content creator ready to expand your audience reach? Do you have unique stories, captivating hobbies, or special interests that deserve a spotlight? Rogers TV is here to amplify your voice within the community. We offer you the platform to broadcast your content to a wider audience. And the best part, it's completely free. Don't miss this opportunity to share your vision and engage with viewers. Find out how Rogers TV can transform your content journey today.
And welcome back to the Meaford and St. Vincent Community Center. Spencer Byers and alongside me, Steve McCarthy. And Steve, again, down 1-4-3 here going into the second period, but still a pretty good first period. I know you want to capitalize a little bit more on the power play, but I also think some of the turnovers, especially in transition, have been killer for you guys that first 20.
Yeah, and I think for Owen Sound to be successful in any game, regardless, they got to have a real good transition game and be able to produce offense off that transition.
Yeah, that they do. And Steve, obviously also for Peterborough, missing a lot of guys. They have 6 Junior A players playing for them right now. I don't think that any of them really look at a place. Not one of them really seemingly got taken advantage of. And maybe that's something that Owen Sound can look to maybe in this, obviously in the next 40. But obviously, again, they're Junior A players. They're also very, very good lacrosse players.
Yeah, and again, they're well coached even at the junior level and prior to that. So. And they'll be all ears and listen to the coaching staff here with Peterborough, and they'll have a lot of veterans here helping them out. So, they aren't the regulars, but they're still quality players.
Well, we'll be right back with that second period coming up next as you watch this here on Rogers TV.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
To see it inspires dreams. To hold it brings joy.
New tears of joy.
It is over 130 years old, but makes grown men feel like kids.
This is what you think about as a kid.
It weighs 34.5 pounds, but when lifted, it is as light as a feather.
But it's like a feather now.
It is the greatest prize in professional sports. And it's here.
Sports is life. It's clear cut. Everything's out in the open. There's nowhere to hide. I had to prove myself more than anyone else.
You must be so proud of your son. He's gonna go pro. The sky's the limit.
There's always a winner and a loser.
You cannot reach the sky in broken cleats.
Of course, I always want to be the winner. And I did reach the sky.
Norman Kwok, the first Chinese-Canadian professional football player, still holds records to this day. He retired from the sport in 1960 and later became Lieutenant Governor of Alberta.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Luckily, didn't miss anything back here in the Meaford and St. Vincent Community Center. Second period between the Peterborough Lakers and the Owen Sound North Stars continues as Gustafson's going to get a minor here.
Yeah, Mitch Gustafson's going to get a holding call. I think he grabbed the stick and tossed it aside. And again, just an undisciplined penalty to start the period.
Obviously unhappy he didn't get that face-off win because, again, he's been dominant in the dot tonight, but that penalty puts him behind the 8 ball here, already down 1-0 in this second frame, and now they go to a penalty kill not even 5 seconds into it. It's right around the top. It'll go for the white shirts as Robinson passing the parcel there with Milligan. Milligan back for Robinson, never caught it, I don't think, on the quick stick there. Is trying to get away, or Owen Sound, they do, and away they come as Noah Labar will run in. Labar played down as Watson will sky it, and it lands in the stick there of Teeple. Teeple back down for Dylan Watson. Looking for a hold there was Owen Sound. They don't get it. As the stick does lay harmlessly on the ground, hopefully. There's going to be a call there again as somebody else lost their stick as it'll go to 4-on-4 here.
Peyton Tasse got called with the holding the stick there on his man, and
that looked,
the evidence was on the ground.
That looked to be Blumberg's there, again, the one getting...
It could have been, yeah. So anyways, a couple of grab penalties to start this period. Neither coach will be happy about that, but...
and could have been another one there before that off of, I believe it was Teeple who lost his stick mid-play. So everybody getting a little handsy here in the second period. That shot from Watson from a mile away, saved there by the netminder Hutchinson. Trying to jump in the way of that one was Jackson Webster, who again has been one of the hottest players for your Owen Sound North Stars there, Steve, and also had a great year with in the NL, I should say.
Yeah, he had a nice rookie season with Las Vegas.
Good save there by Martin. Hazen caught it off the boards, and we'll get a fresh 30. About 30 left on their 4-on-4, and then Owen Sound will go to a smaller power play. Passed across. That shot whistled wide by Tate Cattoni. It's going to scoot all the way near the red line as Knock will hold them. Whistle's going to go, and they'll give possession back here to Owen Sound as Knock plays it forward, and running up the floor is Tyler Halls. Halls thought better of it, maybe had an angle back. Webster, there scores!
Tanner Buck, I think, was a recipient of that little flip. Again.
Hot stick, hot hands for Tanner Buck. He's got 3 on the day, and we're 22 minutes into this second period, and a big key for that goal, Steve, as you see here on the replay. Webster catch it, flips it for Buck, and Buck quickly in one motion puts it by Hudson to tie the game at 4-4. There's still 15 seconds left on the 4-on-4, Steve, so if they're able to win this face-off without their main face-off taker, Mitch Gustafson, it looks like Connor Knock will take it for him against Frank Coyle. They'll have a chance to go to the power play, so a chance here for Owen Sound to double up. A foul called against Coyle, so Knock wins the face-off. One take, one win, and leave the floor. It's like me playing pickup basketball. One shot, one make, and stop taking shots. I wish I was that smart, Steve. I make the first one, all of a sudden, the confidence pulls through. I think I'm Steph Curry, pulling from 35 feet. I can't make it from 5 feet. Nice move! Great save by Hutchinson. That stick got whacked out of the hands of Watson, but it's retrieved by Moran Weeks as the power play will commence here. About 30 left in it. They had about 50 to a minute on it, so half of it gone already. Trying to fire there, nice pass, caught by Sanchez, back again for Webster. Webster, nice move, finally lost it there. That was, I believe, Armstrong. Armstrong looking for Frank Coyle. Coyle got it, running onto the floor, coming North Star. That shot whistled wide there by Coyle. Will it be retrieved? It is by the white shirts, and they'll have a chance here to set up. No, they won't. Over a back call. Well, will get him there. Back and forth action to begin the first 3 minutes of this period.
Little top spin on that pass. Adam Thistleway couldn't handle it, and yeah, we'll go 5-on-5 now.
Back to even strength, as you mentioned. Rosa, nice shot, better save by Hutchinson. Step in, and then they'll give possession back here to the Lakers. As Hutchinson will give it off. There for McCulley. That ball bounced in the feet of Robinson, but was able to retrieve it. Carter Page now back for McCulley. McCulley stepped in. I believe Martin saved it regardless, but great move there by McCulley. Just couldn't keep his feet off the white paint. As Josh Sanchez. Now for Webster. Webster. Back for Sanchez. Sanchez. Tried to pass and it got hit as he released it. Ball bounces, it finds Durkats. Xander Durkats back now. That shot from Buck. Save there by Hutchinson, as now trying to dash away is Dylan Lee, and he will. The junior A player drops to the floor as he'll roll it. Does get around, I believe that is Gasparetti. As that shot by Cattoni, a fake it. He tried to get around, never was able to get around the stick of Gasparetti. Played over, that ball bounces to the glass and is kicked and poked and finally retrieved there by Searle, who plays it there for Gasparetti, who will run in. Gasparetti. Played over now for Blumbergs. Nice move by Webster. Webster in. Great save by Hutchinson. No one there to retrieve the rebound, though, for Owen Sound, as now the Lakers will go. As Thistleway. That shot deflected. I believe hit, I want to say that was Pageant, but regardless, it went into the roof, and because of the deflection off of the North Star, it gives back to the Lakers. Nice move there. Trying to get around Milligan, gets poked, or gets pushed and sent the wrong direction as Tate Cattoni now looking to make a run. Cattoni passed it. That shot saved off Page. That will bounce out of play and should be and will be Lakers possession again. Back now for Curtis Ward. Trying to get around there was Hazen. Hazen gets shot from behind his back. I believe that one was not touched. It was not. So Owen Sound will keep it, and they're going to go, I think. Yes, they are. Halls. Pass it over. Right off the bench was Watson. Was it caught? No, they're going to say, wait a second. Too many men, and it'll go the way of the Lakers.
It wasn't too many men. I don't know what that call was, but too many men is a penalty at any point, offense or defense.
That's what I was thinking. I thought that was the new rule, is that it's now a penalty regardless, but that wasn't the call. Cattoni down into the corner, back in front for McCulley. McCulley trying to get around, finally loses his footing behind the net. Couple Lakers have lost possession here as, a late shot there by Gustafson's going to give the call to Peterborough. Yeah, cross-check is the call.
I think Searle's going to go here, I think, but maybe it's Gussie, one of the two.
I thought it was Gustafson right there is what they called.
Yeah, again, it's a bit of a tough call, but nonetheless, you have a situation where you've already doubled the player, and
I think the problem is, Steve, is he's down. Knowing when a player goes down, I think referees instantly kind of get the alarm bells up, and in fairness, they should, because players are in a very vulnerable position when they're on their knees or lower. As Milligan, Robinson for Cattoni, back around, all the way for Page. That one saved and bounces hot to Milligan there at the blue line. Robinson, Milligan, fires, save there by Martin as it goes hot into the boards. Possession retrieved though by the Lakers. Cattoni, Robinson, top Milligan, that shot, saved again by Martin as Cattoni missed it. That ball bounces and it's right into the stick there at Teeple. Who's gonna go? Taylor Halls down the floor, thought about running. He had Watson maybe, but thinks better and waits for the new runner. It's Webster. Webster back for Halls. slow to the bench there looked to be LeBar. He might have got tangled up behind the play. I'm not exactly sure, as Webster now got a hold of it. 10 seconds left here on the shot clock, but a minute left in the penalty kill for Owen Sound. Webster may just have to go himself here with 5 left. He will. Webster lost it before he ever had a chance to shoot, and now away will come Dylan Lee. That ball is taken away as Coyle now catches off the roll. Coyle will fire it awkwardly, but gets it away regardless to Hutchinson, who will try to make his way around. Hutchinson over now for Milligan, and a chance for the power play to go back to work. But a good 15 seconds killed off of it by the Owen Sound transition team. Page, Robinson, Cattoni, Robinson looks to fire. That one, I believe, saved and caught by Martin. Martin's got a runner. It's Connor Knock. Knock not able to catch it off first bounce, second bounce, or third bounce, and it is retrieved there by Armstrong and the Lakers. He'll finally find his way around.
Yeah, again, that's just unacceptable in transition to not be able to run that ball down and make a good pass to start it.
Armstrong, chance here for an odd man. That shot saved by Martin. Goes the wrong way. Great save by Martin in the end. Back to 5-on-5. That shot from it tight. Another great save by Martin. And it stays in the restricted area. Caleb Martin doing some Superman work there in his restricted area to keep that one out off of some miscommunications by a tired penalty kill crew. But now the other way come Owen Sound. We'll have the lone marker in this period to tie us back up at 4. Buck looking for an angle. Buck fired. Great save by Hutchinson going the wrong direction. As the Lakers will now make their mad dash down the floor again. Both benches have the long run here. Playing defense, I should say. So the short porch for both teams going on the offense. McCulley played over. Couldn't get that one by Martin. Had him, but Page, I think, missed the net, pounded it into the pavement. I'd love to see that one back to the great Mark Perry if we get a chance. As Page back for McCulley. Down now for Robinson. Robinson back for Milligan. Milligan tried to get it. He does! Morden scores! Yeah. Curtis Ward!
I think that was Jacob Gasparetti went for the pick and got undressed. And again, you can't do that at this level. It's going to come back to haunt you and hit a wide open cage here.
Player goes down here behind the play. It's McCulley who goes down off that whack. And you see there, a nice move by Curtis Ward. Makes it 5-4, and sadly undoes a lot of great work done by Caleb Martin and the penalty kill team there of Owen Sound, but that only ties us in the period 1 apiece here, 11:05 left in the second frame, as Mitch Gustafson will go back up against Frank Coyle. And Milligan will win it, he'll go. Milligan, or pardon me, Gustafson tried to play it over. He lost it, and it ended up missing Durkats. As Coyle now will retrieve it and go. Coyle looking for an option. Almost got ran to the red line. He did. He ends up finding an option barely, as he had to contort and twist and turn his way around. Cattoni looking to fire. That one saved by Martin. Hot off the pads. Bounced into the netting, and Cattoni kind of got clipped there by Teeple. As Robinson, Hazen for Milligan. Looking to pass it, Hazen got it, finally does fire, but stepped in before he could.
Yeah, he had a one-hand effort there, and Caleb Morton was up to the task. Nonetheless, Hazen did step in the crease.
Josh Sanchez. Fired there for Webster. Webster played down, nice pass, Watson! Great save, ball bounces through Sanchez, and we'll get a chance here for the White Shirts to go. As now running up the floor will go Dylan Lee, but
Peterborough's gonna get a too many men call here.
That they are. So both goalies are now gonna go for their water break here with 10:04 left in the second, and the first power play of the period goes now Owen Sound's way here. And you mentioned it there, the too many men call going against Peterborough. As you see Holden Cattoni, who is not here tonight, one of the many Lakers not here in Meaford, 15 points in 3 games ahead of the Brooklyn duo. Then you see some Coburg Kodiaks, some more Brooklyn players, and then finally Jackson Webster's got 11 points in 2 games. Had a big 7-point day on day 2 against Coburg in the loss down in Coburg. So again, we talked about it a lot during that home and season opener for the North Stars in Meaford last Saturday, Steve, that Webster had so many opportunities, created so many good chances, just couldn't seem to get the final part, the final third together, and he obviously did the next day with the hat trick and 7-point day down in Coburg, even in a loss.
Yeah, I mean, he's just going to keep getting better. He's just a great athlete, a great student of the game, and just loves to play. You know, he'll show up midweek at Senior B practice to get a run in, and you know, he's certainly isn't done improving his craft.
As Webster gets fended off there. Back for Sanchez now. Watson. Webster, Watson blocked, caught there by Durkats, so a chance here for Owen Sound again. Webster fires from a mile away, saved there by Hutchinson. As Webster gets caught up there with Armstrong as Thistleweight will put that one on Martin, goes out of play, it should be Lakers ball, and it is.
Again, Owen Sound has been asleep all night in transition. That's the third or fourth breakaway they've given up.
On the penalty kill, no less.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's just unacceptable for their coaching staff. I'm sure they won't be very happy about it. So.
The Lakers again happy to kill 30 seconds off this power play for Owen Sound. Hazen trying to get around two as they're going to call it there against Hazen and the Lakers. So possession goes back here to Owen Sound. Halls throwing up there for Teeple. Giving off now Durkats. Webster down for Buck. Buck has already got 3 tonight. 1 on the power play. Durkats passed over Webster. Good save there by Hutchinson, who finally got it away. Fired up the floor now. Coyle, another break chance, and never got a hold of it. There was Page. Also never saw it. And now we will come on with Sound.
Another transition breakaway opportunity coming off the bench, and nobody paying attention. So
Webster, back to Durkats. Webster, Watson, Webster, Durkats. Webster down for Buck. Tanner, nice pass. Durkats, nice move off the bar. Durkats only has 1 MSL goal, and he's again had a lot of chances to get a second or a third. Webster, back for Xander Durkats. Durkats passes now to Webster. Webster, down low for Sanchez. Sanchez, Buck! No, it's actually Watson, and he missed. The net does come off the, I'll say moorings, but he missed. Pounded into the pavement. As now away will come the Lakers back 5-on-5. 8 minutes left in this second stanza. Has thrown down there was Gustin. He's now going to run. They're never going to get, I think, the rush chance they were looking for. They now do. Gustafson will wait. He plays it back now for Paget. He will give it off there to Blumbergs. Sanchez. Played over now for Rosa. Rosa. Now for Blumbergs. Blumbergs trying to get it there for a tied up Xander Durkats.
Isaiah Moran Weeks there went through the crease and knew he should never have played the ball. That's what created the turnover there. He made contact after being in the crease, being the first guy to touch the ball after the fact.
Trying to pass it in front. They're going to call, I think, a hook there. Is down right in front of the net. Is Tate Cattoni. Actually, it'll be a hold going against, I want to say.
Looks like Connor Knock. Is that Connor?
I can't tell. 14 looks like Cole Teeple.
Yeah.
I was thinking that can't be Dylan Watson because I see a 4 for sure. I'm just not sure who. And yeah,
there wasn't much of a hold there.
Again, looked more of like a hook to me, to be honest with you, Steve.
Yeah, there was. But nonetheless, they'll serve 2 minutes or less. But
and I think Buck may be making the same declaration you were, Steve. Of I'm not sure about that one. And again, he is your captain. As Cam Milligan again will start the power play here for the Lakers, who I believe have 1 power play goal tonight. Played around there, Robinson, Cattoni, Robinson, Milligan. Fires, that one saved by Martin, it bounces, who's got it? Whistle's gonna go, and they're gonna call it against Knox, so again, possession back to the Lakers.
Again, I don't know what that call was about, but pretty odd that they would blow a loose ball down with very little contact there.
Cattoni, Robinson. Back, that looked to be by Milligan, but caught by Robinson off the block. Robinson looking to fire down low. Great save by Martin. That ball skied though. Did it touch the roof? It did. So it'll be Laker ball. Robinson, Milligan, Robinson. Milligan misses Hazen. Knock will go retrieve. As they're gonna grab and they're gonna get, oh! And Hazen tries to grab a hold of Knock and they're gonna send him for it.
And again, that's just a undisciplined play there when you're on offense on the power play and get a little frustrated and take the penalty. So Owen Sound will accept it.
You almost see Carter Page kind of shrug as he rocks by like, oh, they won our power play. Not just a possession as we're now 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 10 seconds now.
Number 8, Austin
Durkats. Back now for Webster. Webster, nice move. Back for Buck. Buck will fire. Good save by Hutchinson. First one's there with the North Stars. They're able to retrieve it and get another 30. Great job there by Durkats and Sanchez to converge. Sanchez looking for a pass. Gives it off now to Buck. Buck for Webster. Jackson Webster tries to get around Frank Coyle. Thinks better. Now on Hutchinson. Pass down for Sanchez. Sanchez fires. I think that's off the post. But picked up by Hutchinson. Hutchinson around. Coyle will dash into the offensive zone. Chased by Gasparetti. Coyle fired. I think missed his intended target, but it is caught by the Lakers. 8 seconds between the Owen Sound minor and the shot clock, so a chance here to stay 4-on-4 for the rest of this possession for the Lakers. As Ward trying to get around. Ward, nice back pass. McCulley missed, and he did step in, so that will go Owen Sound ball, as they're going to get a power play here in 10 seconds. 17 seconds will remain on the shot clock once their penalty elapses.
Yeah, real nice pass there by Curtis Ward, the junior A call-up. Curtis has had a couple exceptional seasons in the winter in the Arena Lacrosse League. The Brampton native is really going to be an offensive force to deal with, and had a great year in Junior B last year with Hamilton, and in Peterborough playing Junior A this year, and he's certainly a guy that's been under the radar for a little while, but not any longer.
Watson fakes it there, trying to get there for Durkats. That ball bounces, and I will go Colton Armstrong here. Colton Armstrong going to retrieve it, and Colton Armstrong gets the transition marker, 6'5". That one counts as a shorty. He got his first one on the power play. That is his second.
Yeah, again, you just can't give up the ball at the top, you know, and here we go again. Not running through the loose ball, trying to reach for it, and Colton Armstrong is just an exceptional transition player and makes no mistake. He scored a lot of goals in that end of the floor coming from the backside, and, you know, Peterborough's extended their lead here to 2 goals, so it'll be a bit of a hill to climb here unless Owen Sound can capitalize in the last 19 seconds of his power play.
Actually, Carter Page's second was that marker. Is a great chance there for Owen Sound, but not able to get that one by Hutchinson.
Did they announce that as Carter Page?
I hope they did. It definitely was Carter Page.
No, it wasn't Carter Page. He doesn't play in the man down, but it was Colton Armstrong.
Oh, pardon me, yes, Colton Armstrong.
Yeah.
Colton Armstrong got that one. Carter Page got the one I mistakenly gave Armstrong. As McCulley fires that one, and he scores! Right through Cole Teeple, and now quickly it's 7-4 in favor of the Lakers.
And again, this is just something that's haunted this defense early in the season, is giving up weight. Like a lot of confusion there. Don't know what the switch was all about. And you leave a guy in with that kind of experience. McCulley coming over here in his first year in Peterborough. He's certainly had some NLL experience as well. And those guys aren't going to miss from there.
As Gustafson won that faceoff, it's now jousted for and swung into the corner, right into the boards, I should say. And clearing up the pile there was a North Star. Ball still loose, however, and ball is still loose as it caroms around, picked up by the white shirts finally. Robinson going to get a guy who has no stick, and that's LeBar. And LeBar got a hold of somebody. They're now jousting there in front. That's McCulley. So more bodies go flying, and The whistle will finally go. Possession will stay with the Lakers here with 3:35 left in the middle stanza. Played over now for Tate Cattoni. Cattoni tried to play it around, never actually found an option. Finally does now. It's Page. Page will fire. Good save there by the North Stars, and another whistle will go, this time against the Lakers, as the whistle goes against McCully. Played forward now to Rosa. Rosa behind the net. Webster, Watson, Blumbergs, got there, Rosa in! Got it on target, Watson caught the rebound. He'll not trying to get it away, he does! Blumbergs now, Watson. Webster behind him, gets it there. Buck now. Got across, Doc got high sticked as around came a player as...
Yeah, I think Peyton Tasse took a little tumble there, but he had the stick up around.
He got caught up, and then when as he fell, his stick caught Buck, who came off that screen right in the jaw. So the minor will go against Tasse, and a chance back on the power play come Owen Sound, and they've obviously struggled on the power play tonight, you could say. 1 for, I believe, 3 tonight are the North Stars. As Webster will start with it. Actually, I think it's 1 for 4 tonight on the power play. As Webster, Watson, Buck will fire, good save there, ball bounces! Another good save, that one on Webster, picked up though by Sanchez. Nice pass, Watson, Buck, Webster, Buck, passed it, didn't end up getting to his intended target there as Armstrong kind of retrieve it, so is Buck, ball still loose, Buck hockey shot across the floor, and Sanchez will retrieve it here. No, where he set there, scores! Webster on the power play gets his first of the day. That's a big one for Owen Sound, Steve.
Yeah, that's an important goal to sort of stem this tide. They haven't had much opportunity on offense, haven't looked real sharp here in this period, and that was a rocket by Webster from the outside, and again.
Webster had 4 assists on the first 4 goals. He now scores the 5th one as Gusting gets slashed there as that ball was on the floor. It now is retrieved by Moran Weeks as he'll race around.
Moran Weeks had 2 goals in Cobra, although they gave them both to Tyler Hall. So they gave it to 7 instead of 77. So he's had a couple goals, and
I think the penalty's going against the Lakers here. Not interrupt you there, Steve, as Watson wrestles that one wide. Ball bounces hotly off the boards, is retrieved there by Rosa. 7 left to shoot here. Passed across. That shot, I believe, was saved. Doesn't matter because the whistle will now go, and another power play will come Owen Sound's way. And I wouldn't call it a 2-for-1 chance, but about as close as you could get without calling it a 2-for-1 chance here on another power play coming with a minute and a half left. So if they aren't able to capitalize here in Meaford, they'll get a chance to take a 31-second power play into the third and potentially final period as Hutchinson and Caleb Martin go for their drink. Actually, Caleb stays in the net, so Hutchinson will take his water break. Caleb happy to sit at his net. He hasn't had much action the last couple of minutes because of the power play that went Owen Sound's way. And Webster's marker to count. As Drew Hutchison will go back now into the net.
Yeah, this is a key power play here. If Owen Sound can get within 1, they'll feel pretty good coming out for the third period.
That they will. Buck passed it, just went through Durkats. Durkats will get converged. Now ball bounces out there to Sanchez. Sanchez, Watson, great save there. Retrieved by Durkats. Webster. Buck, what a pass, Sanchez off the crossbar. Can't get much closer to that, Steve. Under a minute left here in the second frame. Nice shot there, Watson. That one whistled. Why was it touched? It was not. Webster got there, though. Webster gets held up against the boards, however, and he'll not come away. Nice pass in front. Great save there as Watson got it on target. That ball fired, just misses the roof as it's caught by Armstrong. Armstrong going to make a way towards the net. That one saved in the padding there of Martin. Timeout taken by Owen Sound. Yes, there is. There's a 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. So a chance here to go 6-on-5 for the North Star Steves to bring them back within 1.
Well, I think they'll probably just stay at 5-on-4 being on the power play here, but it gives them a chance to just settle things, let them set up what they want, get the personnel out there that they need to get out. And again, you'll likely see this clock wind down to 10 or 8 seconds to run their play.
And I will say in this break of action, because I'm pretty bad at watching sporting events on my phone or in public, I had a chance to watch the Champions League final, which if you don't know, that's soccer, between Paris Saint-Germain and Inter Milan. And PSG won 5-0, the most lopsided margin in Champions League history earlier today. So while I was at the gym trying to get my work in, I had a chance to watch a demolition job by the Parisians against a historic club in Inter Milan. So I just wanted to show that we do pay attention to other sports, as this second period is almost over here as Dylan Watson will make the trot. Watson now to Sanchez. They're going to let this clock tick all the way down to probably 10 to 12. Would be my guess. Watson got 12 now to work. 8 left in the shot clock. And I'm going to go. Watson. Webster. There. Rosa. Pack over. Watson fires that one wide, and that will be the shot clock. So with about 3 seconds left, a chance here for the Lakers to get maybe one more shot.
Yeah, I think you're going to want to lock off guys early here and just not let them get to the net.
That shot never makes it on target as a late whack there by Tate Cattoni on that looks to be the rookie Connor Knock, who is, again, a rather large customer, even, especially for a first year, no less, as we go into the intermission 7-5 in favor of the Lakers. 3-2 the goals in that period in favor of the away side as 31 seconds will remain on the power play for Owen Sound.
Yeah, it'll be important for them to get that possession off the draw and get another crack, one more possession of the man up there and see if they can't get this to be a one-goal game with most of the third period still to play.
That they will get a chance to see my interview pregame with Owen Sound North Stars third-round pick in the most recent MSL draft, Xander Durkats. So stay tuned for that as the third, potentially final period of Major Series Lacrosse this weekend is almost next here on Rogers TV.
Are you a passionate content creator ready to expand your audience reach? Do you have unique stories, captivating hobbies, or special interests that deserve a spotlight? Rogers TV is here to amplify your voice within the community. We offer you the platform to broadcast your content to a wider audience. And the best part, it's completely free. Don't miss this opportunity to share your vision and engage with viewers. Find out how Rogers TV can transform your content journey today.
Imagine the opportunity to beat Tom Brady at sports.
We're going into a really tough division.
The game is much more physical. Everything is faster, bigger.
Birmingham are absolute favourites with the arrival of Tom Brady.
It's a friendly competition. Well, not so friendly.
How about that?
Come on. Can't find a trash can big enough.
passionate content creator ready to expand your audience reach? Do you have unique stories, captivating hobbies, or special interests that deserve a spotlight? Rogers TV is here to amplify your voice within the community. We offer you the platform to broadcast your content to a wider audience. And the best part, it's completely free. Don't miss this opportunity to share your vision and engage with viewers. Find out how Rogers TV can transform your content journey today.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage. You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
And welcome back here to the Meaford and St. Vincent Community Center. Alongside me, Xander Durkats of the MSL North Stars. Xander, you were drafted in the 3rd round of the most recent MSL draft, and you have 7 points to begin the year. You've been very hot as a passer for this North Star team. What has it been like kind of getting ready for your first MSL season?
Yeah, it's been great, man. Coming back from school, we're working hard every day, so coming back in here and, all the Owen Sound guys, all the pro guys, they're just awesome. Trying to soak up everything I can learn from these guys, and they've been great, super welcoming. It's a long 4-hour drive, but they keep us right at home up here in Owen Sound, so.
Well, it's great to have you up here and again against the Peterborough Laker team that obviously has the Mann Cup history, has the championship pedigree, and obviously expect to be right back in the final like they were last year against the Six Nations Chiefs, And I guess, Xander, what's it like to play against competition like Peterborough and like Six Nations as the season kind of continues on?
Yeah, they got a lot of pro guys. They're loading up their roster every summer. Like you said, they got the history and the pedigree, so we just got to come out, we got to go balls to the wall for 60 minutes. We can't give up anything on transition. We just got to play our game for 60 minutes and see how things go.
Well, Xander, my last question here for you will be tonight against Peterborough, who are right now undefeated, 3-0. What is a big key for you guys tonight to be able to get a win and go to 2-1 on the season?
Yeah, they got a lot of guys that can push the floor and run up and down. So on offense, we got to make sure that we're running back to the bench hard. Yeah, we just got to stick to what our game plan is, trusting our coaches, trusting our teammates, and have a night.
All right, thank you so much, Xander Durkats of the Owen Sound North Stars. Good luck.
Thank you.
And we're right back with the rest of our second intermission as you watch this here on Rogers TV.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Good news, Rogers customers. Disney Plus is now included in select TV plans at no additional cost. With Disney Plus, you can enjoy exclusive movies and shows like Andor.
They're building a weapon.
Welcome to the rebellion. Vanderpump Villa.
I've chosen this magnificent Italian castle.
And No Taste Like Home.
I've been waiting for this moment my entire life.
Rogers Xfinity customers say activate Disney Plus into your voice remote to learn more.
We invite you to play What's My Line?
Welcome, Mrs. Baker. Those folks over there need to guess your extraordinary occupation.
Are you an entertainer, Mrs. Baker?
Yes.
Do people come to watch you perform?
Yes. Do you travel for work? Yes, I do.
Do you ever wear a special type of costume?
Yes.
Is your job, physical?
Yes, indeed.
Are you a member of a team?
Yes. Are you a professional baseball player? Yes, I am.
Created during the Second World War, the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League included 68 Canadians. One of its brightest stars was my mother, Saskatchewan's Mary Bonnie Baker, a pioneer for women in sports.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage.
Center. Spencer Byers here, bringing you what could be the third, potentially final period coming up next. But first, let's get a chance to talk about these two teams through 40, 7-5 after 40 for the Peterborough Lakers over the Owen Sound North Stars, and a 3-0 start for the Lakers this season so far. And in the last two games, they scored 7 against Six Nations, pardon me, 6 against Brampton Excelsior just 2 days ago, and tonight already have 7 through 40. So a lot better offensive performance, even shorthanded, for tonight's Peterborough Lakers, while Owen Sound only have mustered 5 so far and have hit double digits in both of their games so far this year against Coburg. So need a little bit of hard work done in that third period to be able to continue the double-digit goal streak here tonight. Now, let's take a look at the schedule upcoming for the Owen Sound North Stars, as I believe we're back again. No, actually, next weekend would be the Junior B North Stars here on Rogers TV on June 7th. And then I believe the weekend after that will be the Junior Bs again on June 14th here on Rogers TV, and that will sadly end our Junior B coverage for the season, as the MSL North Stars will continue their schedule, I believe, here out of Meaford, while the Junior Bs play all their games out of Durham, at least that we do here on Rogers TV. But with that, we'll be right back for the third, potentially final period after this here on Rogers TV.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com. With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
In baseball, there's nothing more important than making it home.
George Springer has tied the game.
Doesn't matter how you get there.
It's gone!
But I do it with style.
Boy, has he got some kind of power.
And a little swagger, too.
Because no matter where you happen to be,
oh, what a play!
There's only one place.
Got it!
Jays fans call home.
Sportsnet. Sportsnet.
Sportsnet.
Sportsnet, home of the Blue Jays.
This is a brain in urgent need of mental health care. But because 3 out of every 4 Indigenous people experience racism in healthcare, she may not get the help she needs. Become an ally. Rise above racism in healthcare.
Are you a passionate content creator ready to expand your audience reach? Do you have unique stories, captivating hobbies, or special interests that deserve a spotlight? Rogers TV is here to amplify your voice within the community. We offer you the platform to broadcast your content to a wider audience. And the best part, it's completely free. Don't miss this opportunity to share your vision and engage with viewers. Find out how Rogers TV can transform your content journey today.
And welcome back to the Meaford and St. Vincent Community Center. Third, potentially final period about to be underway. Spencer Byers and alongside me, MSL GM Steve McCarthy. And Steve, what do you think a big key is for your guys to be able to get the game back on track here in this third period?
Well, they have to be obviously stellar defensively, win all the little battles and loose balls, just like Mitch Gustafson just did there on the draw, and make sure they have more offensive possessions than their opponent. They're down a couple, and they're going to need to make up some ground here.
That they are. Power play to start the period here. As Webster from Durkats back to Webster. Webster fires, scores! Can't get much quicker than 22 seconds, Steve. Power play, no less. And it's guess who? Jackson Webster.
Yeah, I mean, he's certainly the catalyst of this offense, and they look like they came out here with a little bit of pep in their step and some quick ball movement, and nice shot just under the armpit there of Hutchison, and that's the start they needed. They're within 1 goal here, so there's a lot of time, a lot of lacrosse left to be played, but I'm sure they'll be quite happy with that start.
As Gillingham went up against Gustafson there, another win for Gustafson and the North Stars. That ball bounced right by and retrieved by Blumbergs. Webster. Nice pass in front. Great save by Hutchinson. A chance to double up there for Searle. And I mean 2 goals in quick succession for Owen Sound as Searle still looks for his first on the season as Armstrong throwing that one away. Into the bench it goes. Owen Sound possession early. Mistakes here by Peterborough. As up the floor slowly comes Halls. Halls waiting for the ball here because we have 2 balls on the floor. And now Sanchez will start. Fresh shot clock to with that. Trying to get around there is Durkats. Watson fires as he moves backwards. Can he catch it? He can't. And away will come an over and back call. Both teams will kind of let that one roll, so fresh legs for everybody. Cattoni. Ooh, pick off the ball there as Gustafson quickly up the floor. Teeple trying to catch it. He does. Teeple! Great save again by Hutchinson. He needed to be sharp early in this third period.
Yeah, Teeple looked like he might have bobbled that pass originally, but stayed with it and get a good opportunity. And had he scored, it would have been quite an uplifting situation for the hometown team.
Still, Thor being a little tilted here early. Hazen shot. That one off Martin, who takes the contact for the trouble. Looks no worse for wear, however, and away will come now the North Stars.
Yeah, Austin Hazen is an intimidating force coming at you when you're the goaltender there and no break, so...
Webster trying to get around there. Not able to, so he'll give it off. Down in the corner there for Rosa. Rosa sliding, gets it off. That shot, saved, I believe. No, I think it got deflected, so it never actually made it on target. That ball swept away, but not very far, as Colton Armstrong will get fended off, and he'll look for an option. It goes to Tate Cattoni. Cattoni there for McCulley. McCulley, Milligan. Milligan in for Page, who couldn't get it away. Trying to get away now are the North Stars. That ball comes loose and picked up by Caleb Martin, who will look to fire here. Caleb Martin will fire, but right into the stick of Cam Milligan. Milligan back for Page, who never caught it. That ball bounces sky high into the mixer, and it will bounce harmlessly to Sanchez. Josh Sanchez, got to watch his feet here. He will get it away, and it will be retrieved there by Watson, who gets it off there for Rosa. Rosa in, nice save there. That ball skied and out of play, but off Sanchez, so it will be Laker ball. Frank Coyle. Over there for Ward. We got it down for Hazen. Hazen played it back there for Milligan. Milligan for Tate Cattoni. Cattoni for Hazen. Hazen fired over. I believe that was saved by Martin. Ball bounces, and it will go right into the stick there of Teeple. Teeple got Knock with him. Knock will try to take the screen. He'll fire that one over the net, and ball bounces into the waiting arms there of Xander Durkats.
Yeah, good read off the Connor Knock shot that looked like it might have got deflected. Didn't have a lot on it. It went over the net. And
trying to get around there. Webster fires, scores! Jackson Webster ties it. His third of the night, his second of the period. And how quickly is that? Barely, or just almost 4 minutes into the third. We're 7-all.
And again, Jackson Webster just driving down low. There was a pick there set. Looked like it was Tyler Halls, and just gave him that little bit of space to work with. And again, nice shot, very similar to the one he just scored on previous.
A great start by the North Stars, Steve. I'd almost say a new team. It definitely feels that way.
They certainly have come out with some energy that they didn't appear to have earlier in this game, and yeah, all at the right time.
Nice win by Gustafson. He's got Webster, can never get away though. McCulley's the one who got him. He lost it, I think, as he tries to kick it away, and he does, but right into the waiting arms of Moran Weeks. Isaiah Moran Weeks for Webster. Trying to get it back there for Moran Weeks. Gets forced into the boards, but they catch the ball. Webster trying to get around. He does somehow. Webster fires. Great save by Hodgson. And Webster got dumped after the shot. Not sure who got caught him up there, but Jackson Webster, what a play to get that shot attempt away. Thistlethwaite off of Martin, caught by Ward and played now by Page. Page trying to get around. That one saved by Martin. Picked up quickly by Paget, who will rush up the floor. Watson comes to receive. Watson looking to fire. Watson thought about passing, didn't have an option, now does. Trying to make the move there, nice move, fired low, ends up going wayward there for Durkats, but again, another good chance.
Yeah, his confidence builds. He has a lot of athletic ability and pretty good hands and a pretty deceptive shot, so if he keeps working at it, he'll get a lot more looks.
That pass in front, got there, great save by Martin. That one by Robinson, as now away will come Owen Sound, quickly up the floor. That looked to be Halls. Halls played back, it will make it again for Tyler Halls. I gotta be honest, Tyler Hall's really confused me, because I just keep thinking Taylor Hall. Played over now, that one goes right through Webster, and it's skied.
Yeah, I think Bloomberg's wanted to recognize there that he was the only righty on the floor, and they got an opportunity to clear out for him there and go one-on-one, and he moved it back into a very crowded left side, and it deflected out of bounds.
Cattoni tried to get open, he did. That shot by Ward as he gets folded into the restricted area. And wait, a whistle's gonna go here. Who's the call gonna be on?
It's pretty tough. Again, it'll be a
cross-check.
Happy that the referee the furthest away from the play is going to make this call.
I'm just curious who got it.
Owen Sound is, yeah, I'm not sure who the culprit was.
Looks like Jamie Hunt's the one going to go off.
Again, it's just
and that's the wrong guy. Because if you're going to call one of them, it's Cooper Jackson.
There was no illegal cross-check. I mean, he fell, but there was, Jamie Hunt certainly didn't get a piece of him, and it was just kind of running out of real estate. But nonetheless, Peterborough gets the opportunity to go here in the power play. And
something they can really use. Their offense has kind of been stagnant here to begin this third period. That ball was shot past wayward, bounced around, and finally retrieved. Nice back pass, chance for Hazen. Great save by Caleb Martin. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, get another little loose ball battle there that Lakers won and turned into an outstanding opportunity. Hazen put a lot of moves on there and couldn't quite solve Caleb Martin.
What a back pass there too by the Lakers, but regardless, what a save by Caleb Martin. At that one to the highlight reel. And mute me when you do it. Watson trying to get around. What an awkward shot that was. Was it touched? It was. So it's a reset, but it's going to be Owen Sound ball.
Yeah, a little between the legs on the run shot by Dylan Watson there, and just deflected off Hutchison. I guess he didn't get any argument from the Peterborough side, so again gives Owen Sound an opportunity to click 30 seconds off here.
Nice move by Webster. Still got a minute left here on the penalty kill for Owen Sound. Webster gonna get around. Webster in. Watson scores! Dylan Watson gives Owen Sound their first lead since the first. A shorty, no doubt. And 3 straight for the North Star, Steve.
Yeah, and great work, 2-man game here. Dylan Watson recognizes that Jackson Webster has some room up top, a nice little bump pick, and catches it in traffic, and again goes far side on Hutchison, where the last 2 shots of Dylan Watson also went stick side, and again, whether they picked up on a trend or just happened to be chucking it there, it's irrelevant. They've had a little lead here and some momentum and an opportunity to kill this penalty if they get control on possession here.
7 points for Jackson Webster again tonight. 3 goals, 4 assists, just as he had against Coburg. Has some jostling there behind the play. As Gustafson and Gillingham are tied up, were tied up as that ball goes into the corner and forced hard There was Knock. Knock rolled it. It gets in front. That ball bounced and finally picked up by the Lakers.
Yeah, Cole Tiefel almost had a walk to the net there. But
played over now. Lakers are going to run out of power play here in about 20 seconds. Milligan take a look at the scoreboard, I think, just to see how long he had. Milligan over now. Right back around Robinson, Page, Robinson right now, what a pass! Never got to Cattoni! What a play by Tyler Halls! And Halls will make a run around his numerical counterpart. And now we'll go Halls, 2-on-1, Halls passed it, fires, scores! Durkats finally on the score sheet in the goal column, gives Owen Sound their first multi-goal lead of the game, 4 consecutive for the Black Shirts.
And again, you really nailed it there. Tyler Halls did a great job corralling that loose ball. Nice move to get out. Didn't wait too long for the pass. And Durkats a little pump fake and found a hole. And again, just a lot of momentum there on the penalty kill. And every time you get those transition goals, it's very uplifting for your club.
Both goalies will now go for their water break, because I need my water break, because I drink a lot of water during volleyball with my level of intensity, I like to say, and I'm trying to bring that to lacrosse. I'm trying to bring the expectation I have for myself, and I did tonight. And I only grabbed 4 water bottles for the game, and I didn't grab enough, I don't think. I should have grabbed more. As Gustafson will take on Coyle again. 4-0 the goals right now in this third period for Owen Sound. It's Karam forward. Moran Weeks will go. Moran Weeks right around that, he'll go. He fires it up, and it's right into the waiting arms of Searle. More offensive guys will scoot off the bench. Webster. Back for Moran Weeks. Moran Weeks. Over for Sanchez. Sanchez fires. That one saved by Hutchison. Into the corner. Retrieved, I thought. No, it was not. It ended up going right by Durkats, and that ball will be played now to Thistlethwaite. Thistlethwaite, I thought was going to fire from that far out, but does give it up to Milligan.
No, I think he'd like to see the floor again, unless you fire from there and it goes in.
And that shot, Milligan, saved by Martin. Rebound, Page, I think missed the net. That ball scooted right into the Cooper Jackson stick, who bounces it, and it goes right there for Paget. Paget off for Rosa. Off now for Buck. I thought. No, actually, he fooled me. Down now for Blumbergs. Blumbergs for Watson. Watson fires that one wayward off the goalie. Rebound. What a save! That ball's still loose, however. Picked up Buck. Great save again. No glove, no stick, no problem. Buck down on the floor. Re-picked up there by the North Stars. Whistle's going to go as gloveless and stickless was Hutchinson, the netminder. What a save, though, on that rebound. I'm not exactly sure who took the last shot there. I think it was Buck.
I think it was Buck, yep.
Who got robbed. He already has 3 tonight. Had maybe that monkey off his back tonight there for Tanner Buck, but what a save by Hutchinson, who needed to be big. And he's made some big saves already in this period, even letting up 4. Pass out to Watson. Watson fires off the post! Oh, North Stars, the floor has been tilted. As Sanchez, back for Webster. Webster for Watson. Watson got it over for Sanchez. Sanchez takes a couple whacks for the trouble. Sanchez finally makes his move over. Blumberg lost his footing, fires as he falls, goes into the boards, fans right for Webster. Watson fires, scores! Watson makes it 5 in less than 10 minutes.
And again,
9:46 to be exact.
Goes to show you, like, those loose ball retrievals, keeping offensive opportunities and offensive sets going. Those are a lot of little things that teams, when they come out on the winning side of those things, they turn into positive. And that goal is as positive as you can get.
And I will say, Steve, while you were gone during the intermission, I said that Owen Sound needed to score 5 in this period to continue their their double-digit goal games of 2 in a row against Coburg, as Moran Weeks got that one on target. And they get 5 in less than 10 minutes. to continue now 3 consecutive games to begin the MSL season. Have Owen Sound scored double digits as they're going to call the 8 against the Lakers.
So again, you can see Owen Sound is really energized here, and you just want to keep an even keel. It's good to be pumped on the bench, and they have every reason to be.
Rosa down for Watson. Watson right into the corner there for Buck. Buck played over now. Durkats tries to get around. Durkats, what a pass. Shot low. Good save there. That's Rosa in behind the net. Rosa lost it, and possession will now go to the Lakers as Armstrong will get it.
I think they said Josh stepped in the crease there and having the possession turned over.
This is the first offensive chance for the Lakers in the last couple of minutes. Few and far between have been the offensive chances for the Peterborough Lakers. That ball hot off the boards. It bounces, and it goes through some feet, but finally picked up there by Peterborough. They only have 8 left to shoot here. Passed across. Robinson looking for an angle. Got it, but saved by Caleb Martin. I don't know if I got his leg to bend like that. I think mine would rip right off if I did something like that.
Well, it looks like his surgically repaired knee is showing no ill effects. I know he worked hard.
Looks better than my natural knee. As right over the top, Webster. Great save by Hutchinson. Hot off the boards. Right back for Webster. Webster looking for a pass now. Webster telling guys to reset and slow down. It looks like smart there by Jackson Webster. Wide open though in front of the net. Mariah Weeks just couldn't beat Hutchinson. Back for Webster. Almost lost it. Does catch it. He'll go down right at the red line. Ball still loose as Webster got tied up there. As away will come this away. As Webster is tied up there with Colton Armstrong, and they're still jawing here.
It looks like they're only going to give 1 penalty here. No, they got to be looking at Colton Armstrong as well.
I'd be surprised if Colton Armstrong doesn't get something offsetting here, but Webster's the only one going to the box.
Nothing surprises you in this game.
It's a 4. So not only is there no offsetters, there's a 4 going against Webster and the Owen Sound North Stars.
Quite the game management. Anyways.
Illegal cross-check and holding are the calls against Jackson Webster. So a chance to really take a bite of this 3-goal lead now for Peterborough, as half the clock will be gone by the time this penalty is over. Good save there by Martin. McCulley caught the rebound off the Robinson shot. Back for Robinson. Robinson off for Cattoni. Robinson over now. Milligan across, and McCulley capitalizes on the first one.
Yeah,
brings it back within 2.
They're certainly too good to give that kind of advantage to, and you got to be able to always look cross crease. They're always looking, especially when you got a guy like Milligan, who's always been a pass-first kind of guy. Great look, great execution, and no mistake there.
As they put the 2 up there now, so the second minor will be served by Webster, as Coyle and Gustafson will be the combatants in this face-off draw. As I think, it looks like he finally got a hold of it. Sticks are caught together here, as Hutchinson and Coyle sticks got stuck, and I'm not sure who had the ball, but I don't think either technically did. So they'll go again. As Coyle and Gustin will go at it one more time. And Gustin wins that one clean. And Gustin gonna get converged on here. Gustafson gets it whacked out of his stick. Ball comes loose right into the feet there and retrieved by Halls, who will roll it, rolling into the waiting arms there of Gustafson, who again are just happy to chew up 30 seconds off this minor. And again, scoring quick in that double minor, Steve, was very advantageous for the Lakers because, again, it gives them more time to work on the regular clock. So if the 4 minutes had expired with no goal, they would have had half the time they had to begin with. As down the floor they come. Cattoni, Robinson, Milligan. Robinson, quick down for Hazen. Hazen fires that one, scores!
And that's one Caleb Martin's going to want to have back. That's a pretty weak goal to give up on the power play from a guy that had absolutely no angle. And there come the Lakers, again, the veteran team, and you give them an inch, they'll take a mile, and a suspect 4-minute penalty call against Jackson Webster, and then again, came away from the post there. You could see it on that slow motion replay, and like you say, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile, and we got ourselves set up for quite a finish here.
That we do. Back within one come the Peterborough Lakers. All the momentum seemingly zapped from the North Stars there, but they have a chance here to go back 5-on-5, which again, they've been dominating this period. Sanchez trying to swim around. He'll give it off. That's Durkats now. Durkats looking to fire, takes a couple whacks, lost the ball, and the Lakers will now pick it up.
Yeah, you can't come down with empty possessions. You got to be able to get the ball to the net, get some scoring opportunities, and again, because you're going to see a real patient and poised Peterborough team, even though they've got a lot of their younger guys out there.
Milligan right across. McCulley, I think he missed the net. And it's going to be going Owen Sound's way. Picked quickly up by Halls, who will fake it. Where's he going to give it off to? Now it's to Webster. Webster. Passed over now. That shot saved by Hutchinson. Quick out and retrieved by the White Shirts. The attempt there by Blumbergs. As over the line came Stephen Milligan. Give it off there to Cam Milligan. Or, pardon me, Stephen Gillingham. Give it off to Milligan. As Page. Back four. I thought Milligan never actually got rid of it. Fires it across now for Cattoni. It misses, and a chance for Gustafson to go. And Gustafson's gonna go. Mitch Gustafson outraced there by Robinson. He'll fend himself off. Look for Moran Weeks. Waits for it. Waits for a chance there to go by as he gets forced into the boards there and held up.
Yeah,
that ball finally comes loose.
This is not what you want to see again.
As Gustafson finally gets loose. Nice pass for Blumbergs. Got 5 to shoot here. And Blumbergs loses it. Passed back now. Fire from a mile away from Halls. It misses. And that will be an over and back / shot clock call.
So again, Owen Sound's last 2 possessions have resulted in nothing even close that resembles a scoring opportunity. So again, how quickly momentum shifts here. So
Cattoni for Ward. Ward back for Hazen. Ward. Probably Milligan. Back in Hazen! Ties it! 10-10.
Yeah, just a simple 2-man game there, and Colton Padgett couldn't handle Hazen going to the net, and here we are 10-10. So again, that odd call that resulted in a double minor against Jackson Webster has really turned the tide here, and Owen Sound has got their work cut out for them to get back into this game. Even though it's tied, but certainly the momentum has swung wildly in Peterborough's favor.
As that one was won, as Moran Weeks tries to go around the net now, he'll get forced up and thrown down there as that ball comes loose. It was Armstrong who got a hold of him. And the chance to get away there for the Lakers. That ball does come loose. It's hit the floor. No one away, I thought, but the 8-second call was made against the Lakers, I thought.
And that's a great job by Moran Weeks.
Actually, a timeout taken, I think, by the Lakers. Is it? No, I think it was the 8-second call, and then the goalies will go for a drink. I think is what just came. No, it was a timeout.
Well, this will be an interesting. We'll have to go to the clock here, but.
I guess my question would be, Steve, did they ever give Owen Sound the ball or possession of the ball to reset the 8-second clock?
No.
Would be my question.
No, it'll be whatever they deem was left on that 8 seconds when the call was made.
Well, I'm no mathematician, but to say it was 5 or 6, I think is pretty fair.
Well, I think
they got 7.
It was certainly
on the shot clock.
It was probably closer to 8. I'm not exactly sure why they're not pressing the ball here with 1 second. They're giving this up pretty easy, so
I'm also not exactly sure. That does cut, and there's gonna pull the goalie. So a live play pull the netminder. Wait a second, no they're not. That shot saved there. As that ball is loose. Chance here for Owen Sound to go. They will now as away will come Connor Knock. Must have been more on that 8 call than you and I surmised.
Well, they must reset the 8, so if that's the case.
Which, I mean, hey, that's a great timeout call then by the Lakers, if that's true.
Yeah, I don't know why that would be, but you don't get a reset on the 30.
Nice move by Jackson. Webster scored! No, he stepped in! They called a step in on Webster.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
He definitely stepped in on the follow-through, but I thought he scored before that. Regardless, the ball will now go the other way. Yeah. Webster had the 11th on his stick.
Yeah.
Hazen trying to get around now. That ball blocked, and a chance for Tyler Halls to go. And Halls is going to go in alone. Halls off the post. That ball's going to go all the way back for Caleb Martin. Unbelievable in the last 30 seconds for the North Stars. Oh, no, and
turn the ball over. Again,
and
just
some misplays there.
Sloppy play.
And Frank Coyle now with possession. Milligan. Played down there for Ward. Curtis Ward, the junior A call-up, trying to find his way towards the net. Gives it off now to McCulley. McCulley scooting around. Fired off for Milligan. It's blocked, and again we'll go Owen Sound. This time it's Gasparetti. Gasparetti in. Saved by Hutchinson. Hot off the boards. It will scoot halfway and be picked up by Hutchinson. Rush chances here for Owen Sound, but just nothing coming.
Yeah, big opportunity in transition 2 times in a row, but again, you got to bury on some of those. Make up for your lack of offense.
Coyle. Play down for Cattoni. Back for Coyle. Coyle scores! Frank Coyle finds the breakthrough. 4 straight for the Lakers, make it 11-8, 11-10 in favor of Peterborough.
Peterborough. Power play, goal scored by number 77, Frank Coyle. Assistant number 43.
With 2:15 left here, Owen Sound has a timeout remaining, and you have to surmise they're going to have to use it here pretty soon, as Gustafson will take on Stephen Gillingham now in the dot. Tied up, and Owen Sound had a chance at it. No, picked up by Peterborough. That's Armstrong. Armstrong, though, might have got fended off there. Ball comes loose, I thought, and it does there for Moran Weeks. Moran Weeks got Halls in front. He'll wait, and he'll continue to wait for the offensive guys now. Watson. Back for Sanchez. Webster makes his way back on the floor. Watson in. Watson! Missing, but there's going to be a... I thought a whistle there as Watson slowed to get up.
There was no check from behind there, apparently.
As Sanchez. Watson spinning off the post! But saved by Hutchinson. Fired up the floor now, Milligan. Gets met by Knock. Milligan gets it away to Tate Cattoni. Who again are probably just happy to chew up 30 seconds here. Cattoni over for Hazen. Hazen down for Ward. Curtis Ward. And Cattoni got the call. Passed across. Hazen didn't catch it. That ball bounces skyward. Ward scores! Curtis Ward capitalizes on the mayhem and gives them back a 2-goal lead.
Just a complete breakdown here by Owen Sound in the last 6 minutes of the game and just handed 2 points away. It's unfortunate. They did such a great job early in the period to battle back and really had momentum, but that phantom 4-minute call to Jackson Webster really turned the tide. When it's been 2 completely different teams ever since, and Peterborough is well deserving of this win with the shorthanded squad. Although we got a minute 1 here left, or 101, 107, something like that, but I think the mountain is going to be a little too far to climb here for Owen Sound.